Hello there, very exciting. This is an unboxing of the new Best Made Company Straight Hold Hatchet. Best Made Company, you can find them bestmadeco.com. They are an axe, they're an axe and outdoor company. They sell very sort of high-end, posh, sort of, artisan sourced type of outdoors products. I'm a bit of a slave to the brand, I must say. Lots of the stuff they sell really appeals to me. Their axes in particular, I haven't got any of their other axes. They seem to have a deal with Council Tool, where they get Council Tool velvet cut axe heads and put slightly longer handles on them. Then Best Made they'll sell them unfinished for a pretty standard rate, or they'll paint them for a bit of extra labour cost. And the painted ones seem to me to be a bit more ornamental. But this hatchet here that I'm about to unbox it seems to be a new design entirely. That I think looks like Council Tool might still be making the heads for them, but I can't find a similar Council Tool product that doesn't have sort of the Best Made touch added to it. So very excited about this one, and there isn't much else on YouTube or anywhere really about this. So let's get into it. Let's get it open. Best Made package their stuff really quite well. This package slip off. This is what you get. You get the measure twice, cut once tape that they use, which is quite nice. Pretty cool. Yeah. I'm using the Gerber Ghost Strike to open this today. I reckon I'm just going to pop the ends off, I think. Let's see how this opens. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a look. I really don't know what to expect. Well, there you go. Get some things. What do we get? We get a nice little card to register the axe. We get a book on it, a little bit of literature about their straight hold hatchet. Just a single page, that is. Just how to care for it and such. Just the receipt. And then the hatchet itself they often send these little badges with most of their products. Got about 5 or 10 of these because, as I said, you probably noticed I'm a bit of a slave to this company. I like them very much. So this is the unfinished hatchet, although it looks to me like there might be a little bit of finish on there, on that handle there. It does feel a little bit shiny, so there might be some varnish or something on there. You can see the sort of sheen there. So let's just look at it, laying it down. There we are. Just do that, move that camera back a bit. So there you have it. Specs on this axe. It's a 1.5 or 1 1/4 pound. That's the whole package. It's got a 13.5 inch from very top to very bottom. I think the blade is a 4-inch cutting edge. Yep, it's a 4-inch cutting edge on the blade. And get this very nice little leather sheath here. Wow, there we go. It's fairly sharp. Does probably has a working edge on it, but not a razor edge like you get on a Grandsfors or anything like that. I will redo that myself, which is completely fine. You can see sort of the grind where they've ground it back down. It's a USA produced. This sticker just comes straight off. It's their Best Made Company there. It's a metal wedge, which sort of differs from their others, which are sort of wooden wedge and then a smaller wedge across. This is a hatchet, and you start to see with hatchets you just get the normal metal wedge. Looks a little bit rough, rough sort of placement there. It's really been smashed in, probably with a machine of some sort. At the top there, the wood protrudes a slight bit from the top, but not really far. I'll grab a Grandsfors axe, and I mean this is about half the price of a Grandsfors. This is about $90 US. So your Grandsfors will be getting up to a couple of hundred. Most likely. This is a longer axe as well. This is the small forest, down to there. So this has got another probably 5 or so inches on the handle. Very similar head size, chopping edge, about the same. But you see here with these sort of more Scandinavian types, the top, and I do prefer this. The top's got a quarter inch or so above the top of the axe, so it feels a bit more less likely to come off. Sheath's nice. It's their CCGF mantra that they put on things. The lacquer on the handle I'd probably rather done without. You can see they've got the little Maker's Mark burnt in there. That's definitely a lacquer. It's certainly not just raw wood. So I'll probably have to sand that off and put some linseed on. Because lacquer's just... I think it's lacquer. Because linseed, this is linseed, and that just feels... you can feel the wood texture a lot. It's got an oily seal all over it. This is actually quite a sheen, so that's never ideal with a hatchet, because it does give you blisters if you're using it for a fair while. Just look at that edge a bit better. It hasn't come particularly sharp. It looks sort of it looks a little less premium than the Velvet Cut Council tools. So I think this may well be a this could be like a boy's axe head. I think that they've just put this straight hold handle on. I think could be something similar to that. I'm really not sure. I have to do a bit more research. And if anyone can if anyone knows the council tools, I asked the chap at Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. He might know his council tools a bit better than I do, because we don't really get them here in Australia. So if any of you know more about their range, and you can identify this head and see if it's from an existing axe, or if it is truly an original that's made for Best Made by Council Tool, or if it is indeed made by Council Tool at all, I'd love to know more info. I will approach the company as well. I'll write off to them, but I'm not sure how much they'll tell me. The edge looks like it's a nice even grind. It's just the edge itself isn't particularly sharp. It certainly wouldn't cut paper or anything like that. It's not like the ground scissors come. But then you have if the only axes you ever, I mean that cuts it, I guess. If the only axes you ever deal with the ground scissors, then you'd have a ridiculous expectation of what anything else would get you. So there you have it. As I said, the most sort of distinguishing thing about this is the handle. It doesn't have, they say it's carpenter style. It doesn't have one of these sort of curved, elegant sort of handles. It's just rather straight, and they say it's better for your carving and your camp sort of. It's more like your fireside tool rather than your lumberjack tool, and it's sort of just better for the. They say it's better for just your grip when you're doing smaller tasks, which I don't know. I wouldn't really think that. I would think as long as the handle's got some swells and some different areas you can hold on to, I would think any handle would be fine. Yeah, overall, I'm moderately impressed with it. To be honest, I was expecting a little higher level of fit and finish. Just that wedge at the top, how it's kind of just smushed across. Just a little bit ho-hum about that, I must say. And there is some lacquer in there as well, so they've kind of covered it in glue and then driven the metal in, and you can sort of see it's been really driven in, obviously by another machine, because the metal's kind of swollen across. This would be very soft steel here, and this would be it's fairly hard. This is a 5160 steel, which is pretty common. No, 1060. This is 1060 steel. Sorry. So if you think most axes are 1055, so it's just a very smidge higher carbon content. A lot of axes will be either your spring steels like your 5160s or your 1055, 1045 steels. So it's a good axe steel. Like, you don't want it any harder than that, really. I think the Rockwell goes up to 54, which if you start getting high Rockwell axes, they'll just chip out whenever they cut anything. So between 48 and 54 is pretty good for an axe for Rockwell, because you will be sharpening it a bit more, and you're going to be doing sort of impact cutting, so you certainly don't want any chips. So that is this unboxing. I'm going to be obviously doing some more testing with this one. And today, just funnily, I got another axe, which is definitely a direct competitor to this one. I'll just open that one. This doesn't get it. This just came in a bag, so I won't get a particularly fancy unboxing. But today I had this fella come as well. So this is an S-wing. This is an S-wing hatchet. It's like quite a little S-wing there. It's the Sportsman's, but it's the smaller of the two Sportsmen. So this is sort of a little bit smaller again. And I'll probably end up doing a bit of a comparison video just between a few little hatchets of different sizes. It's the Gransfors mini hatchet there, and I'll probably get some of the more modern stuff out as well. See how things like this Bear Grylls thing do against it as well. Sort of starting to get a bit of a collection of different sort of hatchets and such. Yeah. So that'll be this video for now. What do you think of this this hatchet? If you look at the website and look at the page for this axe, I think perhaps the pictures, it doesn't do the pictures justice, but then of course you put your best foot forward on the internet to get the sale, don't you? Overall though, I think the handle is quite cool. I like that. Yeah, I'd say I'm relatively satisfied with it. I ended up paying about 120 Australian dollars to get it over here because exchange rate and shipping and things. So, well, what did I pay? Last axe I paid 210 for my Gransfors small forest axe. So you get what you pay for really. So you pay 210. If a $210 axe came like this, I'd be pretty pissed. But that's fine. I'm not too bothered by it. Conversely, the S-wing actually has a bit of a sharper edge on it. But this is a much simpler tool. This is just a single piece of steel really with a leather wrap. So yeah, interesting times ahead for those who are keen on axes. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll get some tests done, and I'll get all this stuff sorted. Thank you for watching. That was the Best Made Company straight hold hatchet unboxing. Cheers.